Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. We made it through another week, and I am delighted to chat with Justcall by SAS Labs, a company I'm really intrigued with, designed to enhance customer communications and support through AI. Very hot topic. Deepan, how are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty great, Evan. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being here. I know it's getting late in India, but I appreciate your time here. Maybe before we dive into Justcall, introduce yourself. Who is Justcall? What is Justcall? And who is SAS Labs?
All right. So Justcall is a modern communication platform that serves predominantly the sales and customer support service teams of fast-growing businesses. Right. SAS Labs is a parent brand, and under SAS Labs, SAS Labs was born with the vision of serving SMBs, which are underloved. So under SAS Labs, we have multiple products, and Justcall is one of our primary product as of today.
I love that. Underloved. Well, that's definitely the case for small and medium-sized businesses that don't get the attention or the technology around things like AI very often. So let's dive right in. How does Just Call work? How does it enhance customer service, customer support? What's your, sort of elevator pitch, if you will?
Yep. Yep. So Justcall is the only platform that brings together voice, SMS, and WhatsApp alongside coaching and scoring.
Mm,
Now, you might wonder who would need all of this. So it Justcall is today loved by more than 6,000 plus businesses across the globe.
wow.
We are currently serving US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and the APAC markets.
Well, that's
Now,
quite
coming
a
back to the
territory.
personas that, yeah,
Congratulations.
predominantly used by sales and customer support teams. But we are, since the last year, we have seen newer personas emerging as well, like marketing, like recruiting, dispatch. And we're really excited. Though we built the product with the intention of serving the sales and customer support teams, we are seeing these new use cases emerging, newer personas loving our product, and we're really excited about it.
That's a lot of things to unpack there. So let's start with the basics. What are the problems that SMEs, SMBs have that you're trying to solve for, in the context of remote work and customer communications? What are the challenges you saw out there when you started developing the platform?
Absolutely. In fact, even before remote work and hybrid is sort of a norm, Justcall had the infrastructure to serve these teams right from the get-go. We're talking about 5, 6 years back, even before COVID. We had the infrastructure to serve customers, so whether they have an office set up, whether they have teams that are working remotely, whether they have team working at an international location. We've had a product built for that, and even when COVID happened, it was more like an opportunity for us because most of our customers needed the software because the team members were working remotely. Some of them had to travel to their home, different international destinations, and we had a product readily built for it. So in context of not just hybrid and remote work, even if you have an office, Justcall can work perfectly. And in terms of the tech setup, uh, Justcall can work right out of your browser. You can just log into justcall.io and start using the product straight away. There is a Chrome extension. You can install it in your browser, and that will let you make phone calls from any website that you're on. Plus, there is also an Android and iOS app which lets you make phone call from any corner of the world.
Yeah, fantastic set of capabilities and great website, by the way. Well, well done. Um, there's a lot of cloud communication systems. I've used, gosh, a dozen over the years. It's a very crowded marketplace. What are the features, that functionality that might differentiate it from the myriad of other solutions out there? What is your sort of sweet spot, if you will?
Yeah, you were absolutely right, Evan, when you said it's extremely crowded. When it comes to cloud communication, you have companies that offer $500 a seat, and you have companies that offer
Mm.
$5 a seat as well. And of course, making a phone call over the internet remains a basic functionality of all of these companies. But let's say if you are a sales leader, if you are a customer service leader, if I have a growing business, you need a lot more than just making a phone call, right? You'd probably need a platform that lets you send SMS if the customer is not receiving the phone call.
Mm.
And in the markets where WhatsApp is typically almost replaced SMS in many countries. You would need WhatsApp to communicate with your customers. And beyond just, let's say, making a phone call or sending a text, as a leader, as a business owner, you would need a lot more analysis. Hey, how many calls are being made? How many calls are being received? What is the average handle time? What is the productivity of my agent? How is the response rate to my calls? Uh, how does it integrate with my CRM reports? You would need a lot more as a business owner than just making a phone call, right? And that's where I think Justcall slightly differs from, let's say, the basic cloud communication softwares that are available out there that lets you make a phone call or lets you send a text message. So Justcall brings together, like I mentioned, voice, SMS, WhatsApp under one roof, alongside offering coaching and call scoring. For example, imagine instead of having this discussion online, if we happen to have this over a phone call, wouldn't it be great to know as a salesperson how did the call go? For example, if I give you a score out of 100, if you scored 80 out of that call, that score could be based on various parameters that you could define. But if you do get a score at the end of the call, wouldn't that be exciting? So, which is what we call as scoring. Similarly, a salesperson, while they're having a conversation, they could encounter a lot of objections, difficult questions being asked by the customer. And if the salesperson is not really well trained, it's difficult for them to have that really productive conversation with the customer, right? So this is where our AI comes in. We have something called Agent Assist that pops up right on your screen while the customer is asking questions. The AI is going to suggest you answers that you could potentially use. This is real time. We are talking about real time, right? And at the end of the call, you would obviously need a summary of how the call went. You would probably go into your CRM, put this record manually, which ends up taking a lot of time for a customer support person or a salesperson, right? Especially if you're dealing with CRMs, you will have to open a contact, type in how the call went, what was the duration. Your call recording will be sitting in a different system. At the end of every call, we had estimated an agent was spending roughly about 7 to 10 minutes after every call, right? Justcall automates this entire thing. You don't have to lift a finger. Your call recording, your call summary, your notes, how the call went, everything gets recorded against the contact right into your CRM. That's where I think we sort of differentiate with the rest of the basic cloud communication softwares out there.
Wow, that's pretty compelling. You mentioned WhatsApp a few times. I'm
Yeah.
a big WhatsApp fan and user, but here in the US, WhatsApp is not as well known or used, sadly, because it's an amazing platform. But of course, everywhere internationally, it's just a powerhouse. Everyone's on WhatsApp. Um, how are you integrating with WhatsApp? What's the idea there? Is there an API, or how do you integrate that into the whole communication suite?
Sure. You were right. WhatsApp is not as popular yet in the US, but Justcall, always being at the forefront, we've always sort of predicted what the market is going to need tomorrow. For example, while we were talking about the context of remote work, we already had the infrastructure to serve it. While we are talking about AI today, we've had AI and automation at the forefront of everything that we have done since 3 years. Similarly, we definitely expect WhatsApp to become a predominant channel, and we have a platform that lets you do that. Now, of course, it's an API that lets you connect your business WhatsApp account. For example, when you're going to be using a WhatsApp as a person, you could be using a WhatsApp, and as a business, you will have a WhatsApp business account as well. So in most of the other countries, WhatsApp uh, technically replaces SMS, replaces the
Mm.
transactional layer of the SMS. For example, if you're in India, let's say if you booked an air ticket, you wouldn't receive an SMS for confirmation. You would actually receive it on WhatsApp, right? Similarly, if you're a small business owner, you wouldn't be interacting with your customer over SMS because SMS can get really expensive in different countries, and WhatsApp is completely free. And as a business
Mm.
owner, you would want to keep your personal life and business life separately, and you would want to have your business conversations, SMS calls inside an inbox, and that's what we offer. We offer something called as a shared inbox, wherein, let's say, if I'm your customer and you've had three different modes of communication with me. Let's say you've called me yesterday and you've sent me a text message, and today we are talking over WhatsApp. And all of this information gets recorded together against this contact, Deepan, and you'll be able to access that in a single screen. That's what we offer.
Well, fantastic approach. And talk about integration with other tools like CRM tools or other kinds of customer data tools that you get, and as businesses get larger. How does that work?
Yeah. In fact, integration is not an afterthought with Justcall. In
Mm,
fact, most of our initial customers came through the strong integrations that we have had with the top CRMs out there. Today, as we speak today, we have over 70 plus integrations. You name the popular CRM out there, we have native integration with them. When I
mm.
say native, it's slightly different from the other integrations that are offered in the market. People generally offer integration through a middleman like a Zapier or a Make.com, and they claim they do have a lot of integrations, but we offer native integrations. For example, I could speak about our HubSpot integration. If you are
Oh,
a
wow.
HubSpot customer, yeah, if you're a HubSpot customer, you don't really have to leave HubSpot to use the primary features of Justcall. Right within your CRM, HubSpot, you can make a call, you can send a text message, and you can access all of the call records, meeting notes, everything without leaving HubSpot. And that's how powerful our integration is, which is what we call as native integration. So yeah, we do integrate with most of the popular CRM and help desks out there. And that's always been one of our primary source of customer acquisition as well. And customers love staying with us because of the tight integrations that we offer with their business tools.
Well done. That's pretty
Yeah.
compelling. So, as you know, cybersecurity and compliance and data security, are all topics top of mind to all business owners these days. How do you ensure those sort of compliance requirements in healthcare, for example, or in different industries have different specific requirements? What's your approach there to sort of security
Yeah,
in general?
absolutely. Especially when you're serving a lot of healthcare and financial
Mm,
services companies, security becomes a non-negotiable. So we are, of course, SOC 2 compliant. We are HIPAA compliant. We have a ton of
mm.
healthcare businesses in the US trusting Justcall for their customer communication. Similarly, financial services companies as well. So of course, yeah, we stay on top of any security measures that needs to be taken in order to ensure your data hygiene, data security, and we have a lovely engineering team that is always staying on top of what the customer needs and how do we need to be offering a secured experience for them.
Yeah, well done. 6,000 customers, businesses, that's pretty impressive. Any anecdotes or case studies or customer examples you care to share
Yeah, absolutely.
about how
Yeah.
they, adopted and improved their communications?
Yeah, I mean, we have, of course, 6,000 businesses obviously mean a lot of success stories as well.
Hmm.
Good number of EdTech financial services use our company, so use our product. In terms of the metrics that we were able to influence for them, for example, as I close my day today in India time, I was just reading through a case study where a customer was able to reduce their average handle time by 40%. Right,
Wow.
let's say on an average, if your handle time, which means the conversation time with the customer, was about 1 minute, it's now about 40% lesser. That's a lot of time, and we were just pulling together numbers because we were about to send a good newsletter to our customers, and just this year we have saved over 14,000 hours for our customers.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, well done. Um, and tell us about your roadmap. There's so much new capabilities emerging. Things like RCS as a channel and iMessage and new video formats. How do you stay on top of that? And maybe give us a peek into your future roadmap.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up. In fact, talking about video and chat, we have just launched our workspace. Now, Workspace lets you communicate internally with your colleagues with the help of a chat window. And we are, of course, planning to offer the video capability as well. Now, this workspace is slightly different from the Slacks and MS Teams that you might be using to collaborate, because using this, you can just put a command, a slash command, and get a daily report on what's happening in your
Mm,
phone calls. Yeah, you can automate the meeting summaries to be distributed to a specific channel. For example, if you're running a sales team and you want the meeting notes to come to a specific channel inside your workspace, that can happen. So, which is why we call this as a context powered workspace. If you're using a Slack, MS Teams, you're likely to be using different applications, and the context get missed if you're moving from one tab to another, one application to another. So that's one. And of course, there's a lot of work that is happening on the AI front. Even though we've been at the forefront of AI, we've had our own in-house AI. Alongside, we are of course adopting all the generative AI applications that are emerging today. There is going to be a lot of work on the AI front as well. In fact, very recently we have introduced AI into SMS.
Mm.
So, which is instead of you thinking about what to respond to a customer, we have something called an SMS copilot that gives you what can you respond, and you can just hit send and it goes to the customer, right? Similarly, we are looking at, we have this powerful feature called call scoring, like I mentioned, which can be manually configured by a lot of customers. We are looking at improving that. And something really cool called Magic Router is getting launched. I, of course, cannot reveal too much details at the moment because this is an industry where things can get
Mm.
copied real quick. So we will be launching something called Magic Router. Should be launched about January to February timeframe. Yeah, so there is a lot of work that's going to happen at the forefront of AI, improving our features, serving our customers better. We take pride in how we serve our customers, and we are looking forward to 2024.
Yeah, that's exciting. Magic Router. I can't wait to see what that is. That sounds intriguing. Thanks for the little preview. And tell us about SAS Labs, a really intriguing organization. How do you fit in the organization, and what is the mission of SAS Labs
Yeah.
overall?
Yeah, I think our call started with that conversation. SaaS Labs was born with the vision of serving SMBs. Now, that can
Mhm.
get too broad because an SMBs would need multiple things. So we picked an area that we were really strong at. We wanted to serve the sales and customer support teams of these growing businesses because they're the front line, they are the ambassadors. As a small business, as a growing business, they are going to be your primary revenue drivers, plus going to be taking care of your customer satisfaction as well. So we felt this persona within SMBs, within growing companies, is not served really well. And SaaS
Mm.
Labs was born with the vision of serving them. If you were to recall anything that I've spoken about, Justcall, it primarily serves these personas of a growing business. And we have multiple other products as well. We have acquired
Oh,
a couple of companies, one in France, one in Poland. All of them serve similar personas. All of them are born with the intention of serving the small and medium businesses, the growing businesses. So that's what we intend to do. We have never swayed away from the vision.
mm.
We continue to serve this customer base. We continue to serve this persona. And I'm hoping that we stick to the same vision, stick to the same personas, and be unapologetic about what we're building for them.
Oh, well done. It's quite a mission. Um, what's next? We're all in the holiday period now, so we're kind of relaxed. I saw a note from your CEO. Everyone's going to take some time off through the new year, but what are you looking forward to as we head into, January and we ramp up our marketing and sales efforts? What's on your
Yep,
mind?
yeah. This year, has had a lot of ups and downs, not just for us, but for the whole SaaS industry. I'm sure you'd have had that conversation with a lot of other founders out there. But fortunately, we've done pretty well. Our customers have been really kind. We were able to grow positive. We've become profitable. We've become super efficient. So this year has been an extraordinary year for us, right? And despite the market conditions, with all of the challenges that existed around us, we have done well, which means the next year is going to be even more exciting because we are looking at a lot of positive signs already, and we do believe that we have a really strong product roadmap that can outsmart any of the other players in the industry. So I'm super excited, super eager, and the entire team, we are taking some time off, to a small break and come back with renewed energy to take 2024 with straight ahead.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on all the success. Just one final question on the software and tech business in India. It seems to be booming. There's been so much deregulation and opening up and investment pouring in. I remember in the 90s, with telephony and comms, you couldn't even make a VoIP call in India. There wasn't widespread mobile, but the times have changed so much. It must be quite an exciting and dynamic marketplace, even
It
just in
has,
India
it
these
has,
days.
it has definitely more than ever. It's the exciting time to be building in India, to be building from India for the world. Of course, the government has been really supportive. The talent
Mm.
have been amazing. We've had a lot of environmental conditions that support us. The newer talent that is emerging right from the get-go, we're extremely talented. I do believe more than ever, we have everything that we have got in India to build for the world and to serve the world.
Yeah, that's great. And it's not just the tech giants. Like I've had Tata Communications on my show, and yesterday Infosys, and those are amazing companies. But it's great to see a whole new generation of innovative software startups emerging. So congratulations on all the success. Well, thanks for joining. Thanks so much for sharing, insights and some sneak peek into the platform. Check it out, justcall.io. Thanks so much.
Thank you, and thank you for doing this.
And thanks
And
everyone for watching. Reach
you
out
all.
to the team with any questions you have. All right. Have a good holiday, everyone. Bye bye.